Long before European sails pierced the turquoise horizon of the Caribbean, Haiti, the land of high mountains, thrived as a verdant jewel nestled amidst emerald seas. Here, the Taino people flourished, weaving a tapestry of life in harmony with nature. The Taino lived in bohíos, or large communal houses, surrounded by gardens bursting with cassava, maize, and sweet potatoes. Their social structure, governed by caciques, or chiefs, and Tainos, or spiritual leaders, thrived on cooperation. But in 1492, the tranquil rhythms of Haiti were shattered by the arrival of an unfamiliar sight, Christopher Columbus. Now, at first, the Taino met the strangers with open arms, offering gifts of gold and exotic fruits. Little did they know, however, they had opened the door to a nightmare they were powerless to stop. Columbus and his men saw the Taino as nothing more than resources to be exploited. Soon, disease, brutal labor, and ruthless enslavement decimated the population. Their paradise became a crucible of suffering. As the 16th century drew to a close, the once bustling Spanish settlements began to wane. The main gold mines were exhausted, and many Spaniards left Hispaniola. The Spanish altered the landscape by introducing cattle, pigs, and horses, which multiplied into large herds. Meanwhile, French pirates and later French colonists staked a claim on the western portion of the island. In the 1660s, the French founded Port-de-Paix in the northwest, and the French West Indies Corporation took control of the area. The Treaty of Ryswyk in 1697 formally ceded the western third of Hispaniola from Spain to France, which renamed it Saint-Domingue. Spain ceded the rest of the island to France in the Treaty of Basel in 1795. However, war in Europe precluded the actual transfer of possession. Landowners in western Hispaniola imported increasing numbers of enslaved Africans, which totaled about 5,000 in the late 17th century alone. Thus, the stage was set for the rise of the French colony, one fueled by dreams of sugar and greed. As Haiti receded into the annals of history, the land witnessed a transformation. Sugarcane plantations, like veins of emeralds, sprawled across the landscape, their potential for wealth as vast as the horizon. Yet, beneath this enticing veneer, a harsh reality took root, steeped in brutality and injustice. French colonists built their fortunes on the backs of enslaved Africans, torn from their ancestral lands and condemned to a life of unimaginable suffering. Millions were brought in chains, their bodies branded with the searing mark of oppression. Within the sugar-coated hell of Saint-Domingue, a rigid caste system held sway. White planters, bloated with privilege, lorded over a stratified hierarchy. Free people of color, often mixed-race descendants of European fathers and enslaved mothers, clung to precarious freedoms, while the enslaved toiled under a sun that seemed to burn with the fury of their stolen lives. Yet, even in the darkest depths of despair, flickers of resistance refused to be extinguished. Maroon communities, hidden within the island's verdant wilderness, became beacons of freedom where escaped slaves carved out a precarious existence. Vodou became a potent weapon against oppression. This syncretic blend of African and Catholic beliefs offered solace and strength, weaving magic into the fabric of resistance. As the 18th century unfolded, the whispers of rebellion transformed into thunderous roars. The ideas of the Enlightenment, carried across the Atlantic on the wings of revolution, ignited a spark within the hearts of the oppressed. Enter François Dominique Toussaint Louverture, a former slave with the strategic mind of a general and the fire of a visionary, who emerged as the unlikely hero of this brewing storm. Saint-Domingue, known as the jewel in the French crown, was poised to become a crucible of revolution, a battleground where the shackles of slavery would finally be shattered, and a new nation, forged in the flames of struggle, would rise from the depths. But this path to freedom would be paved with blood, and the echoes of this revolution would reverberate through history, forever altering the landscape of the Americas as a whole. Beneath the relentless Caribbean sun, the land simmered with discontent. The air thickens with the scent of sugarcane, sweat, and rebellion. On August 22, 1791, in the heart of Bois Cayman, a secret ceremony ignites the tinderbox of revolution. This was the beginning of a series of conflicts that would last until 1804, involving not just Haitian slaves and colonists, but also the armies of the British and French colonizers. Flames of defiance dance in the eyes of enslaved men and women, fueled by the rhythmic thrumming of drums, the guttural chants of liberation, and the powerful spirits of Vodou. Louverture, a man sculpted from iron and intellect, emerges as the architect of this uprising, his strategic mind and unwavering resolve forging a ragtag army of former slaves into a force to be reckoned with. His leadership was instrumental in the success of the revolution, and he emerged as Haiti's most prominent general. From the verdant jungles of the Artibonite to the sun-baked plains of the cul-de-sac, the Haitian army wages a relentless war. Their machetes, flashing like slivers of lightning against the French cannons, carve a path of freedom through fields of sugarcane and rainforests thick with rebellion. This was a key turning point in the age of Atlantic revolutions and the most successful rebellion by enslaved people in world history. Creta Pierrot, a fortress built from sheer determination, stands as a symbol of their resilience, where hundreds fought and died with the ferocity of cornered lions, their sacrifice etching itself into the soul of the revolution. This fortress was a testament to the Haitian people's struggle for independence from France. Yet the Haitian Revolution was not merely a clash of steel and flesh, it was a battle for the very soul of Saint-Domingue. The ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, echoing across the Atlantic from the French Revolution, resonated deeply within the hearts of the enslaved. Women, like the firebrand Saint Belair, defied societal norms and carved their own paths to liberation. They fought alongside their male counterparts, their machetes as sharp as any blade, and played a crucial role in the revolution, demonstrating that the fight for freedom was not limited to gender. Dessalines, a man whose eyes burned with the fires of vengeance, his thirst for justice fueled by the memory of unfathomable cruelty. His leadership, along with that of other key figures like Henri Christophe and Alexandre Pétion, was instrumental in the success of the revolution. Leaders like Henry, also once a slave, dreamt of a nation that could rival the European empires, his ambition echoing in the towering fortresses he built as testaments to Haitian resilience. After 13 years of blood-soaked struggle, victory finally dawns. On January 1st, 1804, Haiti, the first black republic in the world, bursts onto the world stage, a beacon of hope for the oppressed across the globe. The shackles of revolution may have fallen away, but chains of another kind bound the nascent nation. One such chain was the rule of François Duvalier, also known as Papa Doc. A physician by profession, Papa Doc served as the president of Haiti from 1957 until his death in 1971. His regime rapidly became autocratic and despotic, with an undercover government death squad, the Tonton Macoute, indiscriminately torturing or killing Duvalier's opponents. It is estimated that between 20,000 to 50,000 Haitians unfortunately died, and up to a fifth of the country went into exile during his reign. Despite this, his long reign led to a small element of national stability, relatively speaking, of course, and saw the emergence of a semblance of a middle class. We'll definitely be diving deeper into the life and impact of Papa Doc in a future installment. And the scars of history remain etched deep. Poverty, a cruel specter, stalks the land, claiming lives and suffocating dreams. The earth, once fertile, groans under the weight of deforestation and natural disasters. Sadly, the monstrous 2010 earthquake swallowed whole communities, leaving gaping wounds in the nation's fabric and horrifically taking an estimated 250,000 souls. This prompted the UN intervention in the country with an initial force deployment of 8,000. It steadily grew to 13,000 before the ending of the operations in 2017. Corruption runs deep throughout society, poisoning trust and hindering progress, as leadership turn a blind eye to the cries of the people, forever perpetuating cycles of inequality and despair. So, all of this leads us to today. The UN stands on the precipices of a new intervention in Haiti. The UN Security Council has authorized the deployment of an international security mission to help Haiti's national police quell surging gang violence and restore security across the strife-torn Caribbean nation. This decision follows repeated calls for military assistance by Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry. The multinational security support force will have a 12-month mandate in Haiti. The timing of its arrival is not set yet, and more countries have been invited to participate. The modern-day violence in Haiti is deeply concerning. The UN estimates that criminal groups in Haiti killed more than 2,000 people in the first half of 2023 alone, terrorizing the population. The political landscape in Haiti is also fraught with challenges. The country has been in a state of electoral and constitutional turmoil since the assassination of the president, Jovenel Moise, in 2021. Haiti has not held functional elections since 2019, and the terms of Haiti's last 10 remaining senators officially expired, leaving the Caribbean country without a single elected government official. It's tough to know where the road will lead for the nation. Recovery may be long and arduous, but with concerted efforts and international support, there is hope for a better future for Haiti. A future that's been achieved by this nation right over here